Welcome back to Tkirk Media, boys. I had to charge my batteries here. I started working on the car, got a little ahead of the game here. But what I'm working on today is my front lower control arms. This, you can see, is the issue. I had a bushing made, if you watch some of my earlier stuff. When I first picked up the car, the ball joint, lower ball joint came out of this assembly completely while I was going down the road, and that caused the damage to the fender that you see most of there, and rendering me obviously that I had to get a tow and fix it. So when I fixed it, I actually lost the bushing they had made, and then I made one. So I bought some round stock billet, and then we cut it on a lathe, and it looks like it just sheared because it wasn't right. It's not, I don't think that's the right way to do things. So I don't know if this company was like a Chinese brand, the person before me bought it, and then it could have been that they had collars made for specific models, I guess, and they're probably all the same otherwise. But these definitely, here's the old ball joint, and that's definitely a lot more snug than that, you know. So you can even see the difference in quality of the bushings. You can see how they're kind of pitched in. They have the same, you know, amount of bushing quality, probably better bushing quality than these. And these are all cut up because the way they're designed. So it's kind of cool. This is definitely lighter than this. This is heavier, so it's, you know, obviously going to add some weight to the car, which is cool because it should be a heavier component. This feels weak. Like, this would have got hit. This is like, I don't know. There's some oomph to it, I guess. So in order to take the front lower control arm off, or whatever piece that is, I don't know, this long piece here, you have 17 here, 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 and here. You take all those free, along with the lower ball joint nut here. So you have to take the cotter pin out, drop that out, and then basically you can just pry that out there and it pops all the way down. And then you just replace it. So the installation or taking of it off isn't that bad. I mean, I guess if you were doing this the first time from stock, it's probably a lot harder, but because, you know, that's the way it is, that's the way it is on this car. Everything comes off really easy, which is kind of spooky.
Count them racks, Zest. Hey yo, Nashi, you go crazy.
Wasn't so bad. Here's the size of the bushing that's been pushed into this side. This one was on its way out as well, so that's pretty sweet. But now it's time to reinstall the new ones. So let's get to that.
Count them racks, Zest.
I hate nashi.
Battery died. Sorry about that. You really didn't miss much. The control arms are all on, tightened down. Make sure when if you don't replace your ball joint to actually get a cotter pin on there. And everything's tight, so we're good. Yeah, don't buy cheap eBay stuff or whatever. Don't cheap out. Get some better quality stuff, because you'll end up with some kind of jerry rig situation that'll leave you stranded. Job well done. Ktuned, you've outdone yourself yet again. Man, for once, I finally did it. I had to put it on there because Ktuned has some incredible parts, honestly, between the billet shifter and all the little adapter odds and ends to make this swap work. They have some great suspension components, so I'm glad that I picked those front lower control arms up, and I'm glad that they're in there because it was an easy job for one, and two, I don't have to worry about my ball joint just MIAing. So now that that's all done, we do have some stuff that we do need to take care of on the car further in terms of suspension to be ready for its next power level when I get there. But in the meantime, I definitely want to say that I appreciate you guys watching the current subs that I do have. Thank you for sticking around. If you haven't subbed, I'd appreciate it if you did. And I'm always doing stuff, so we'll see where I end up in the next year. Who knows? But at this rate, like, subscribe, comment below, tell me about your dog, whatever. I don't care. Let's get this party going.